right, nice.
How you looking sharp, so boy?
Good morning. Let's try a thing.
Morning.
I'm looking at your backdrop. Take that.
How are you all doing?
We good. How are you doing?
I'm quite well. I'm quite well as good morning, Tobago, Trinidad and Tobago. How are you all doing?
Nice, man. So, Kelvin,
Yes,
you ready for
Sharon.
the 6th of December, eh?
Yes. Ready and ready.
You're red and ready. That's what we're talking about. So, Trinidad and Tobago, I have in our company this morning the one and only Kelvin Morris. Kelvin, you are going up for Darrell Spring Whim.
All right.
Yes. So tell tell Tobago, well, of course Trinidad and Tobago, but just to let people know what's happening, we're doing an interview for the upcoming THA election, and we're starting off this morning with Mr. Kelvin Morris. So Kelvin, tell Trinidad and Tobago who you are, for those of you who don't know.
Okay, I am young Kelvin Morris, husband, father, community activist, and the current IWER representative for the electoral district of Blackrock, Wim Spring Garden. And I'm also the People's National Movement's candidate for the electoral district, the realigned electoral district of Darrell Spring Wim. Kelvin Morris is a young man that is passionate. I'm someone who is very people-oriented, service-oriented. I am also, in terms of academics, I'm the holder of a master's in international relations and a bachelor's in sociology with a minor in psychology. So Kelvin is someone that comes with that kind of all-round capacity to represent and to lead. And I've been doing that for the last 8 months as the IWER representative. Sharon, as you would know, and if you have been following me, one of the things I've been saying to Tobagonians and all of Trinidad and Tobago is that, we should really, once you're getting into the business of representing people, it should always be about service before office. So I would have, when we started this campaign in January, I would have committed to initiatives that were really service-oriented and initiatives that does not necessarily require, being an office holder. And so we were able to introduce some very innovative initiatives that have impacted all of the electoral district. One of the very earliest things we would have done is something called the Food and Clothing Bank. And because I recognize we are in a pandemic, and one of the most fundamental things you're hearing persons clamoring for on a daily basis is that of food. You have families who were, before the pandemic, doing relatively well. And because of, the challenges of the pandemic, the challenges of the tourism economy in Tobago, many families would have found themselves in a situation of challenge. So we had the Food and Clothing Bank, and then another innovative tool we would have added is something called a District Contingency Fund. And what that District Contingency Fund allows is for all the residents, both within my electoral district and Tobago, to make small contributions towards our ability to fund, our food support initiatives, as well as general home improvement initiatives. So we would have really hit the ground running, being there with the residents, working on their behalf. And I continue to really serve with that kind of passion that have persons really appreciative of my representation thus far.
And I can say from my point of view and my interaction with so many people we've been hearing about Kelvin Morris, I knew you before I saw you, because I've been hearing a lot about the work you've been doing. Let me just say that we're live on our Facebook page, the Street 919 FM, and we're also live on YouTube on our page, IWER TV-live broadcast. So people share the live and let them know we're talking to Tobago this morning. And hopefully we should be doing that very often, in the coming days and weeks. Yes. So Trinidad and Tobago. So tell me, so Darrell Spring WIM is a new seat.
Yes, that is one of the new realigned electoral boundaries in Tobago. I before now had the largest electoral district in terms of both persons and perhaps a landmass as well, because it it started all the way in Orange Hill, come into Black Rock, go over into Lekoto, come back into WIM, go into Scarborough, and so Montpelier and all those areas. So of course, it also had over 4,700 persons persons in the electoral district. So once we would have had the realignment, and of course, because of the formula EBC would have utilized, it was no surprise that my electoral district would have been one of those that would have been affected. And so we have moved from the area of Black Rock and Lekoto would have been realigned, and the area of Darrell Spring would have been added. So it's now Darrell Spring WIM, which constitutes all of Montpelier, Glen Road, Sangsters Hill, Pump Mill, well, of course, Darrell Spring WIM, IWER, and these are all communities on the outskirts of the Scarborough district.
And what is the population there in
so
this?
We are now the electoral district is now in the vicinity of about 3,300 persons. So in my estimation, it really allows for that intimate kind of representation, one that allows you to be even more visible, even more attentive to the needs of the residents. And from the way I see it, an area representative really has no excuse, not to be there serving the people, because it really allows you that intimate kind of interaction.
Well, you're not going to hit you some hard questions.
Of course.
So for me, as a voter, let's see, if I am to vote in Tobago, what assurance you're going to give me when I vote in Darrell Spring? You tell me. So you talked to me this morning. What are you going to tell your when you go around to the people to talk to them? But before you tell me that, I know you're on the ground because I've said I've been following you, so I know. What are some of the issues that people will bring forward to you when you walk around the communities?
Of course, you have the macro issues such as employment. That is a challenge. What you recognize with in terms of employment is that the Tobago House of Assembly under People's National Movement has continued, to provide opportunities to Tobagonians within the Tobago House of Assembly. And one of the assurances I've been giving young persons is that we are now focused on expanding our private sector. And one of the things you will hear more as we speak to the persons is the accelerated focus on public-private partnerships, foreign direct investment, and that kind of thing that would really allow the skills that a lot of young Tobagonians are returning with to be really utilized in transforming and building Tobago and taking Tobago to another level. So in terms of the employment situation, we are confident coming out of this pandemic that we would be able to really treat with some of that need at this time. Of course, we have the Marriott project coming on, and many others. So Tobagonians can really look forward to a period of accelerated development and employment opportunities. When I walk, there are small irritants, and I'll tell you something simple as the disposal of waste, which we'll say garbage. That is something in many communities. As I walked, I got that kind of persons asking, can we have a communal bin and that kind of thing. And very early, as I mentioned, the contingency fund, because we would have set up such a fund, even outside the parameters of the state and the Department of Health, Public Health, we were able to construct a number of communal bins in areas where people were already dumping indiscriminately, and which was an eyesore, attracting rats and rodents and that kind of thing. So you have the macro, such as employment, and now, as I said, also food. And then you have the minor irritants, where you have persons asking for things such as communal bins. You have your infrastructural challenges as well, roads and drainage and that kind of thing. And we continue as the Tobago House of Assembly and as the IWER representative to meet and treat with those needs.
Excellent. And tell me, Kelvin, why PNM the better choice?
I will give you three answers. Watson. But on a serious note, the PNM provides stable, sober leadership in a time of turmoil, uncertainty, because we are in a pandemic, and you really require a party that understands the business of governance, understands the nuances of governance as well, and would be able to seamlessly continue the management of Tobago's affairs in a way that would bring hope and would really empower persons to continue to take Tobago to the next level. You really also require persons with the capacity, the relevant experience. And as you would know, our team has a number of persons who are very experienced when it comes to the management of Tobago's affairs. You have persons like Mr. Joel Jack, who has now been in the THA for over 12 years as the Secretary of Finance. You have our youngest Chief Secretary, Mr. Ansel Dennis. And of course, you have the astute leadership of Mrs. Tracy Davidson Celestine, who comes with over 17 years of both experience locally in the Tobago House of Assembly and internationally as an ambassador as well. So what you have is a party with a track record of persons who understands the business of governance. And when you compare that, I was joking about Watson as being the three reasons, but on a serious note, when you compare that to even the management and what we saw coming out of the auditor's report of the PSA, it leaves you very worried, very concerned that someone of that kind of ilk could really be in a position to manage the affairs of Tobago. So it's really chalk and cheese when you compare the People's National Movement to any other.
So when you're successful, what field, what area you think you will best serve in the THA?
And anyone who knows Kelvin knows that conversation is one that I really don't entertain, because my business, my focus is really about serving the people I'm elected. If the political leader, within her own wisdom, would see a quality in me that best fits any area of development in Tobago, I'm ready, willing, and able to serve.
Well, I want to tell you this morning, I asked you that question to hear what you would have answered, and you just passed the test.
That's just reality.
You just passed the test. And it's really an honor for me to interview you this morning. I'll tell you why. 2 reasons. It is time that we push the young people ahead, and you are extremely I feel it, dedicated to what you're doing. I'm not just saying that because I'm PNM or whatever. At the end of the day, this is my job, and I'm able to separate the hats when I'm ready. But because of I'm hearing your name so much, I can sit here and say that this morning. You're up to open the lines and take some calls, some Tobago?
Sure,
You're up to that?
Of course.
You're looking like a brave man. So if you're up to that, we can do that in a short while. It's 7:24 a.m. We were going to go to 7:30, but we're giving you an extra 15 minutes, right?
Of course, not a problem.
Okay. So Tobago, and I want to ask Trinidad to hold your calls for a while. Tobago, if you're listening or you're viewing, remember you can find us on YouTube at IWER TV, live broadcast on the Street 919 FM, and you can find us on Facebook, the Street 919 FM Facebook page. So I know we have the likes of Miss Crosby, Mr. and Mrs. Archer, Mr. Trim, all you guys in Tobago. Now is your time to call in and interact, especially you from Darrell Spring Wim. I will be happy if you can call in and speak to your candidate in the upcoming THA election on the 6th of December. So you can call me on 307-0930. That's 307-0930 475-7426. 475-7426.
You can call on this side as
some of the things you have your numbers. Can you give it to us, please?
Yes, 342-0081 and 466-5391.
All right, so I have a caller here from Tobago. Caller, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Go, Kelvin. That's my boy, Kelvin Auntie G. Well said, well done. Oh, I love you.
You too. Even more.
All right, I have another one here. Maria, good morning. Maria?
Special good morning, sweetie pie.
Morning,
handsome Boo, handsome Dominic. Kelvin.
Good morning, Miss Maria.
He's hearing you.
Sincerely, Kelvin, this is Miss Lyons, as you call me.
Yes.
I just want to give you blessings. Sweetie pie, this is one of the persons I work with and work for.
Excellent.
I have my area, and I'm just giving him my blessings again. As his mother said to me, Kelvin is everybody's boy. But you know, I have a special place in my heart for him, so I'm going all out. Love you, Kelvin, and all the best.
Thank you, and love you too, Miss Lyons. Look forward to doing good work.
Sharon.
Take it, please.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
Morning, mother.
Good morning.
Bruce, morning.
Go ahead.
Morning, mother. Go ahead.
Right. Sharon, morning. Everybody else, morning, Mr. Morris.
Morning, Mrs.
Good
Crosby.
morning. Nice hearing you, and all with God's speed, God's blessing. We wish you success in everything you do, and that special occasion, bring it home with God's love. We are praying for you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a blessed morning.
Thank you so kindly. I have one here. Caller, good morning. Caller, good morning. Caller, you have to listen to me on your phone and not on the PC or the radio. Caller, good morning. You see, there's a little delay. So caller, good morning. All right. They will have to call me back. So guys in Tobago, when you call, please load on your radio, move away from it. Or if you're listening on the internet, load on the PC. Yeah? So I didn't realize 475 was off now. So guys, 475-7426, it's up and running. 307-0930. I'm looking for Tobago callers. Mount St. George.
Hello, morning, Miss Sharon. How are you doing this today, my dear?
Good. The rain falling, but good. I have
Yes,
Kelvin here.
Great. We have rain here also. It's not heavy, but it started a little early, but it's It seemed like it might be for a while because it's what they call right brain. But, you have to do what you have to do.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Mr. Kelvin Morris, I don't know you in person. This is Monk St. George. If you're listening to Miss Sharon, you might hear this Monk St. George man,
Yes. I know
I
the
saw
face.
you once or twice, but we never get close contact because I'm in Monk St. George.
Yes.
So I am just saying I wish you success in the upcoming election. You know what you have to do. I listened to you carefully with your interview. Seem to be a very intelligent and strong young man. Continue to do what you're doing and inspire all the other candidates, and you all work as a team, and let us bring it all home here in Tobago on the 6th of December. Have a blessed one. Uncle Bruce, morning. Blessing, Trinidad and Tobago. Prime Minister, all the best.
Thank you so much.
Do you have any over there, Bruce?
No, none as yet, Sharon.
Okay, so I think I have another one here. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Sharon. Morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Morning, cousin Kelvin.
Good morning. How are you doing,
Kelvin,
family?
this is one of your loving cousins in Blackrock.
Oh,
And I
yes.
know you will continue the good work in your new area as you have started in the Blackrock area. I know you will continue, and I want to say good luck and congrats on being the next candidate and area rep for Darrell Spring Wim.
Thank you.
I don't know if
Thank
you
you.
recognize the voice.
Yes,
love you
I recognize
plenty,
the voice
and
quite
God's
clear.
blessing.
Same to you.
You see what I tell you? If I did not know Kelvin Morris before, I knew you by name. Every time I talk to somebody, Kelvin Morris, Kelvin Morris, Kelvin Morris. So you see? So Tobago, the lines are open for you to call in, especially those of Darrell Spring Wim. You can call us on 307-0930, 475-7426. And Bruce?
342-0081 and 466-5391.
I want to ask you, what is your vision for Tobago? And is there any difference from what you've heard time and time again? What is your vision, and what do you think about the bill that we had in Parliament to give Tobago autonomy? Let's talk a little bit about that.
Well, I'm happy you asked about that because my vision is in line with the People's National Movement's vision for Tobago, which is really to have an autonomous Tobago, one with its with a legislature, with its ability to make its own law, one that would see Tobago, getting a fair share of the national budget, and that would really allow Tobago to advance its development, because as you would know, development really requires funding as well. So I am seeing Tobago with the ability to borrow, and I speak with it in line of the autonomy bill, because all the dreams, aspirations, and in fact, the vision of Tobagonians really lie in that bill, because you could have the best of vision, but if you don't have the wherewithal to implement that vision, then it goes all for naught. I'm sure Mr. London would have had the greatest vision as well, but we know the limitations in terms of our ability to take Tobago to the next level. So it was really a travesty. It was really a sad and dark day when you saw Tobagonians colluding with the UNC, to deny Tobago that opportunity of having its autonomy. When you look at the budget that would have been read, right away, Tobago as an island would have received at least 6.8% of the budget, which would have given us roughly, based on the budget estimate, about $3.5 to $4 billion. And that would have really allowed us to treat, as I mentioned to you, some of the employment challenges. It would have allowed us to really treat with some of the infrastructural challenges. And then we would have had a legislature that would have allowed us to treat with some of the fundamental issues such as land tenureship and all that. So that vision is really rooted in an autonomous Tobago that would help us to advance our tourism, really advance some of our infrastructural challenges, and would be able to make Tobago a foreign direct investment hub that would really bring the level of jobs and private sector to transform this island.
Thank you so much. Very well. Boy, your hummus are eating out of your hands today. Eating out of your hands. Paula, good morning.
Sharon, take a peep at your phone.
Good morning, Sharon Felix.
Good morning, Crown Point.
Morning, Bruce Wayne.
Morning, morning.
Morning, Kelvin.
Good morning, brother.
Sharon Felix,
Yes, sir.
let me congratulate Kelvin beforehand, before the election, because he's a winner. Kelvin, boy, he's the kind of candidate that people need. Continue on the path you're going, the positive path. And I wish you all God's blessing.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I want to give you a little stupid, I call it a stupid advice.
Yes.
Right? There are some people out there, there are some candidates out there making big promises, ham, lamb, and jam, that they cannot deliver.
Responsible.
Right? Because when you see a house on the outside looking beautiful, it's when you get inside and inside. When you get inside, you know the real beauty of the house, right? So make no promises. Be honest with your campaign. Let the people know that the development plans you have for Tobagonians and Tobago, that is the best way to go, Kel. Right? So all the best, brother. Keep up your good work.
Thank you so much. That advice is so relevant, Sharon.
So relevant. I had Mrs. Rowley on the line holding on, but I think she got bumped off. Rhonda, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Sharon. Morning, Bruce.
Morning, morning.
Telephone, good morning.
Good morning, Rhonda.
I just want to tell you, go with God. Victory is yours. Great is the PNM. Olga, morning. I heard you asking for me yesterday. All right here.
Okay,
Let
Rhonda.
me take Mrs. Rowley. Mrs. Rowley, good morning. Mrs. Rowley.
Yes, sweetheart.
Morning, you're on.
Yes, darling. I could talk now?
Yes, you can.
Yes, Kelvin.
Good
morning, my dear.
Good morning.
I am
Good
calling
morning,
from
my
Maple
love.
Hall. And I wish
Yes,
you all
yes.
the best.
Thank you
I
so
listened
much.
to you a while ago when Sharon asked you a question there. And you are a very intelligent young man. You understand? And I wish you all the best. God go with you and me. I know you're a winner.
Thank
You
you so
win
much.
first, you're going to win second, and you're going to win third. Right, Kelvin? Kelvin, God bless you. And I am here listening for you, listening out for you on election night. I know you're going to win that seat, right? And everybody else, all the candidates from PNM, I wish them all the best. Wish them all success. We have a young man from Mason Hall here too.
Yes,
I wish him
brilliant.
all the best.
Brilliant.
Right? God go with you all. I'm praying for you all day, morning and night. God
Thank you
go with
so
you all.
much.
All the best. Love all you.
Love, love, love all the time.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Rowley. So, Calvin, in the last election, we resulted in a tie. How do you plan to put PNM ahead?
Well, the plan is really one of being very humble, being real with people, as Mr. Crompoint would have advised us, it's to not mama guide people, don't puppy show people. People see through that, and even you may get away with it. By the end of the day, you still have to answer to the people because they have the expectation and they would have remembered your promises and your commitment. So it's one also recognizing that we are an institution with imperfect human beings. So we won't all times be perfect. We will make mistakes, accept your errors, but at the end of the day, people will see the work that you have done, continue to do the things that, that really meets and treats with the needs of the people. And I believe that at the end of the day, the candidates we would have put forward who are very community-oriented, very rooted in their various communities and that kind of thing will be able to attract the confidence of Tobagonians. Because we are in a pandemic, as I said, it's uncertain times, and Tobagonians are really looking for that option that would allow them some level of hope, empowerment, and stability. And the People's National Movement provides that at this time.
Uh-huh. All right, so I can ask you one more question, and maybe take a call or two, which is a relevant question. How does the THA plan to deal with COVID-19 in the future, now that the scientists around the world agrees that the virus is endemic and is not going away? How does Tobago THA plans to deal with that in your capacity?
Well, one of the things that we have continuously advocated is one, we all require some level of protection against this virus. As you mentioned, it's endemic, so it's going to be with us. We have to live with it. And that level of protection comes from the vaccines that are currently available. We know as scientists would continuously improve and vaccines may evolve. But what we have in front of us, we continue to encourage persons to get vaccinated. We continue to encourage persons to be responsible, which is wear your mask, watch your distance, wash your hands, that kind of thing. And we also, so it's a choice at the end of the day. We're not going to force anyone to take the vaccine, but it's an option that we strongly recommend because we understand, we in Tobago have lost family because of this virus. We all know someone who would have lost a loved one because of this virus. And the science is showing most of our loved ones who we would have lost would have been unvaccinated. We have also had families who would have had the virus, who were vaccinated, and they survived. So it is not rocket science that you stand a better chance against this virus being vaccinated as opposed to being unvaccinated. We also now, you see the government as well in terms of its policies is one that we are trying to create safe spaces as well so that, it allows us to have some semblance of normalcy even within this pandemic. So it's really about building resilience. It's really about having a vaccinated population so that we can really come out back to to having normalcy. Tobago especially, we are an island that is a tourism-based economy. And if you look globally at what is happening, the foreign countries won't allow their residents, their citizens, to come to any destination that has a high risk of them contracting the virus and even, dying. So it is imperative for us as Tobago to show the world that we have the capacity that would be able to encourage tourism in a safe and sustainable way going forward.
Excellent. All right, so it's 7:42 a.m. Remember, today is the 27th of October, 2021, and we're talking to Mr. Kelvin Morris, who is vying for electoral district in the upcoming THA election, which is Darrell Spring. Darrell Spring. What is wrong with me? Darrell Spring Whims. So Trinidad and Tobago, especially Tobagonians, I want to thank you so much for calling in this morning. They surprised me, They surprised me. That goes to show you how much you're loved. But before, if I have to take one more call, or before I do that, or before we end the interview, what plans does you and the team has for the Tobago's economic recovery?
Well, Sharon, I don't want to let everything out, but we have some really exciting plans for Tobago. And it is a comprehensive development plan. It's one that would treat with, I know for the young professionals, so I'll speak to my young professionals like myself, homeowners. We are in the process of giving to Tobago a plan that speaks to over 3,000 service lots in collaboration with private partners, to develop 3,000 service lots for young professionals and the likes, so that, Tobagoans are proud people. They like to build their homes. So for those persons who prefer that option of having the land and building out, you can look forward to over the next 4 years, the unraveling of that plan. We also have an accelerated home construction plan as well. We are also in the process in terms of our tourism. As you would see, accelerated foreign direct investment in terms of tourism plans. So we have the airport coming on, which will go hand in hand with accelerated construction of hotels. And you would see a really a tourism industry that would really be on the up in terms of product development and the marketing of Tobago as a destination of choice. In the agricultural sector, we continue to build out the infrastructure through our agricultural access road program. We are in the process of identifying farmers and providing agricultural plots for farmers as well, so that we can really ramp up the food production on the island. It's really exciting times. I am fascinated at what is to come, and I think all of Tobago should be fascinated at the plans that the People's National Movement has in terms of implementing over the next 4 years.
All right, so I have one caller here. Let me just take the call, and then we can wrap up. Caller, good morning.
Hello, morning.
Morning.
Morning, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Happy to phone my usual.
Mr. Archer?
Yes, me, sir. Come on.
Uncle Archer.
Good morning to everybody.
Good morning.
Good say morning.
Morning.
I'm a good answer me.
Bruce, yes, he answer you.
Hello, morning.
Good morning, Mr. Archer. Go ahead.
Oh, everyone gone already the lesson.
Kelvin here still.
Yes, I hear.
So, Kelvin, good morning.
He said
Good morning, Uncle Archer.
You tell me back good morning, no?
Yes, Mr. Archer.
All right. But I hear you. Kelvin, boy, congratulations. You see, we are looking forward to get the young people in the game. And I'll tell you something, Sharon. If you compare candidate to candidate, you will see the quality of candidate the PNM putting forward. If you check from Conpoint to Charlottesville, and you check the quality of candidates, and you put them together, they current against the young boy in Bonaccord. You put the quality. Dennis against the young fella in Mount Pleasant, you see the quality. Kelvin against the candidate in you see the quality. Plymouth, Blackhawk Plymouth. The candidates in Blackhawk Plymouth, you put them together and you see the quality of candidates. And I cannot understand how we have some people just listening to one joker, a joker.
Mr. Archer.
One joker.
Mr.
He's
Archer.
the political leader. When you mean one joker is a political leader, hiding behind the wall and put somebody in front and compare the political leader of the PNM with the political leader of the other side.
Mr. Archer. All right, thank you very much. So, guys, this is where we come to an end with our interview with Mr. Kelvin.
ERX over S again. Yeah, well, I come to teach all about Parangan South. Let me explain it. Well, Christmas morning, I call in my friend. Say, bring your instrument and yes, they gather all of them. We making a plan. Who we hitting first and what song we singing and who doing the first. But that is Param, Param, Param. Yeah, where I come from. Param, Param. Well, that is Param, Param, Param. With drinks in me hand. Param, Param. Yeah, man. Well, on to the next house. I'm feeling nice. You have to leave the paper glass, but you can take the ice. We singing one more song because we don't stick. And well, we shake the neighbor gate with pure parang music. Well, that is parang, parang, parang. Hey, where I come from? Parang, parang. Palo seco gang. Parang, parang. Instruments in we have. Parang, parang. We hitting the 10th house. It's parang with pace, but something smelling off, you know, say in the people place. When I turn around to the man on the base, I notice he have dog mess on his shoes and his shoelace, but that is parang, parang, parang. Hey, where we come from? Parang, parang. So that is parang, parang, parang. Want you understand? Parang, parang. Yeah, man. House number 20. Can't remember first. I cannot hear the G-shop cause the quattro string it burst. Everybody real tight. I kick in the ground. When the man rock man he fall down in the drain and nearly drown. Well that is parang, parang, parang. Yeah, where we come from? Parang, parang. Is man and woman? Parang, parang. We drinks and we have parang, parang. Yeah.
My children very famous. I sure you know my children. I sure. Thank you, Fernandez. Thank you, Fernandez. For naming me children. For naming me children. Thank you, Angostura. You make me a proud father. Say it, father. Thank you, Fernandez. Thank you, Fernandez. For naming me children. For naming me children. Thank you, Angostura. You make me a proud father. Yes, sir. You see me son it. Every Christmas he on everyone's list. My twins and PQ. Before Christmas he done pass through. By me and you. Go down by La Luna. You go meet my Spanish daughter. She name 1 liter. Big daughter Maggie. She just make man happy, but drive me crazy. I have a daughter named File, that girl wicked and wild, always in the latest style. Tiny one where I have no child. The big son PD's a king, always in everything. Every parang function, every parang step, they bring him out and out. Swing. Thank you, Fernandez. Thank you, Fernandez. For naming me children. For naming me children. Thank you, Angostura. You make me a proud father. Say it, father. Thank you, Fernandez. Thank you, Fernandez. For naming me children. For naming me children. Thank you, Angostura. You make me a proud father. Yes, sir. My stepson half. Rhyme with tea and your bones to laugh. My biggest son named Barrel.
Sharon?
Yes, Bruce, I'm here.
Yeah, I hardly hearing you. Let me see what's going on with me here. Right, nice. Go ahead.
The
yes.
rain falling, eh?
Yes, you're good to go. Right.
All right.
Right. Okay. Yes. So you could go ahead, Sharon.
Morning.
Yes, morning.
We in?
Yes, we are. Go ahead.
All right. Let me say good morning to Kwesi Devines, the People's National Movement Public Relations Officer. Morning, Kwesi.
Morning, Sharon. How are you doing? Long time no see.
I'm good. You're hearing good? You're hearing me good?
I'm hearing perfectly. Thank you. Great
Excellent.
to see you this early in the morning.
Nice. Same here. So, you're ready for elections on December 6th?
We were ready for elections, as you would recall, ever since the 6-6 tie, we were ready for fresh elections in Tobago on the PNM side because we recognized that that was really the only way for the people of Tobago to have their say. So we have been ready.
Excellent. So let me we hitting hard.
Hitting hard.
So
Okay,
hitting hard. So I want to start by asking you a particular question. So the court ordered PSA audit raised a lot of questions about the management of the PDP. That's the leader, Watson Duke. Do you think this will affect how Tobagonians will vote in the December 6th election?
Well, I hope so. We beat this statement over and over again. Don't take bully faith to look in the night for what you could see in the day. And it's very clear. And I hear some people talking about, well, give a chance, but give a chance to what? And it's almost as if you're telling someone to put themselves in a position, or telling Tobagonians to put ourselves in a position to be abused in the same way that the PSA has been abused. Because whenever I see PSA members protesting on television, they come to Tobago and they talk to us, they sound abused. And we are seeing the abuse of the finances of the PSA, and it's not just the transactions at the PSA level, but the transactions, the questionable reimbursements to Mr. Duke himself. And this is not, of course, the PDP supporters are trying to spin it as a PNM tricks, but this is not a PNM audit that was done. This is the Court of Trinidad and Tobago that ordered an audit. An independent audit was done, and the Guardian newspaper reported it. And it's there in black and white. So, we really can't turn a blind eye to it. One of the things that I've recognized, and I've said it time and time again, I believe that Farley himself has become so obsessed with being chief secretary that he himself is willing to turn a blind eye to these issues. And I think he has begun, he has compromised and is willing to compromise on any principle. You speak about a social contract, and here we are in black and white, seeing the abuse of the PSA funds. Could you imagine what will happen when these two conspirators, if they get into the Tobago House of Assembly, the kind of rackets that will be run? And I think it's a scary thing, and I think Tobagonians should be absolutely worried about what the PDP is promoting and proposing to Tobagonians, because we're not talking about Tobago of tomorrow here. We're talking about our future. Sharon, I have a 5-year-old son, and I tell people the reason I'm fighting so hard is because I can't picture Tobago with my son growing up with Watson Duke along with Farley Augustine in charge. It just cannot work.
So, as we are that avenue, the last election resulted in a tie, right?
Yes, correct.
What are the plans to put PNM ahead at this time?
And I'm happy you asked that question, Sharon. I think the people have spoken, and what we have done is responded. We have 9 fresh candidates straight out of the communities. I heard Kelvin speaking to it. People who have a track record of service, and I'm extremely excited by the proposal of these candidates, because it means that people can see, feel, touch, and believe in their candidates, because these are not people who are just coming out to learn the ground. These are people who have been on the ground all the time. Downey, Punchin, Palo. When you listen to the names, people don't call them by their first names. It's always a nickname. And I look forward to these people truly representation. So it's a kind of it is a true representation of the people. The other thing I think the PNM has done, and which is absolutely critical, because Eric Williams said that the only person to be the PNM is the PNM. And I think unity is the way forward. and many of the wounds have been healed, and we are moving forward together as a unit. As long as we continue along that road, people recognize that, hey, we can't trust the PDP. Let us come out in full support of our party. Kelvin said it earlier. We are not a perfect organization, far from, because the PNM, when people cussing the PNM, they're cussing the people who are in the PNM, and we're not perfect. And show me a man who has not made a mistake, and I will show you a man who has made nothing at all. And we have made many mistakes, we have owned them, and we have paid for them at the national level, at every level, as a matter of fact. And we are so experienced, particularly in Tobago instance. We're no greenhorns. We understand what is necessary at this time. We have to recover from this pandemic, and we have a plan to recover from the pandemic. And it's not one that is far-fetched or filled with dreams, but one, again, that is grounded in the people, building entrepreneurs, giving more opportunities to young people to really become the creative forces in their own lives. And those are the things that we can see moving forward, because Tobago will be better. And that's why we can't fight against the airport. And all of these things are coming together nicely, Sharon. Mm-hmm. The airport project, people kicked up on it. Some people came to me after saying, oh gosh, we really let Sandals go? Yes, we did. But we have been able to bring Mario to the table. So now people are a lot more jealously guarding this opportunity because they recognize what we lost out with Sandals. So we're building a new airport. We're bringing in foreign direct investment. We are training our tourism staff. So there is a training regime going in customer service. We're building capacity for the agricultural sector. So we're now doing preparing lands to give to more farmers so that any hotel in development that comes to Tobago can be fed from right here in Tobago. There was a time that Tobago was regarded as a food basket of Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, yes.
And we want to get to a place again. St. Vincent sends products here. Why can't we send products to St. Vincent or further up the islands? In URP in Tobago, we planted over 900 pawpaw trees to let the participants recognize that, hey, we can export this pawpaw to North America, hot peppers to North America, and they are beginning to realize all of these things. So everything is just piecing together nicely. It took some time to wake up people, shake up people, for them to see, you know what, these are real opportunities. And I think now people are ready to seize these opportunities and, of course, jump on and stay on the PNM bandwagon, because we have a real plan, we have a real vision to take Tobago to the future.
So, in other words, you want to tell me this morning, PNM is the better choice for Tobago?
I am one to tell you, Sharon. I'm telling you.
You're telling me.
I'm telling you. And again, Sharon, and again, I sit in the seat of the Division of Infrastructure, Quarries and the Environment, and people complain all the time. No matter how many roads we pave, how many walls we build, how many box drains we put down, there will always be more development to come, and I understand that. Every time you pave a road, the pipes are old, there will be a wasser leak. Those things come. But in terms of having a solid plan, ensuring that things have been done in a way that is transparent, people are getting value for money, we are seeing those things in Tobago. So yes, the PNM again and how we have delivered has not been perfect. But I can guarantee for every person who says that we have not delivered, we have delivered to at least 10 other people. And the challenges in Tobago, and I guess it's human nature. You heard it when the Prime Minister said it when they spoke about the rental assistance and the salary assistance grants. When people get their grant, they don't really go out and say, well, I got the grant, It's the people who probably the system did not operate well with, the 1, the 2, the 3. Those are the ones who are allowed. And I think if the chorus of voices of people who have been positively impacted by the PNM were to rise up, then we would hear such a loud cry, PNM, come December 6th, and I'm very confident that that is what is going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Well, Trinidad and Tobago, you're hearing it right here on the Street 919 FM, nowhere else, right here on the Street 919 FM. What policies will you be instituting? I know you're part of the team to help with women. That is my thing, eh?
Sharon, let me dial it back a bit.
Yes.
And I think sometimes I say to my staff, and they don't always, they watch me kind of funny. And because in URP in particular, I always spoke about the women's program because I believe that women are really the foundation block of our societies. And we have to ensure that we empower women to really drive our society forward. And very often I speak to this, Sharon, that we take the role of women for granted. And in the PNM in particular, as you would know, it's really the women who come out and support and definitely drive the households. So we have to ensure time and time again that we take into consideration the role of women in whatever we are doing, in whatever policies that we put in place. And if you look at the structure, we now have in our situation the first ever female political leader and potentially the next leader of the Tobago House of Assembly. And we're looking at the fact that as a woman, she also was the lady vice chair. She understands the plight of women as a young woman coming up, a young professional coming up. She has been through the bowels, so to speak, and she has come all the way up from every level, from the ground up. And if you look at the selection of candidates, we have young women, young fiery women, Franca Cordner for Palataville, Lansing Speyside. We have the very experienced Marcin Melville Jack. We have Nadine Stewart Phillips, who has served at the national level as well in the Senate. So we are really, really positioned to push women. But I think the important part is that our women can stand toe-to-toe with any man and come out sometimes even and will come out on top. And we will see that on election day, where our female political leader, our woman leader, our woman of substance will stand toe-to-toe with the two-headed monster. Because I was told by one of my nephews the other day that anything with two heads is a monster. And the PDP is a two-headed monster. Because you can't tell me you have two leaders and that doesn't work. So our woman is going to stand toe-to-toe with this two-headed monster and really put them in their place. And I think we have to ensure beyond that in entrepreneurship, and we've been seeing that all along, the business development unit has been really engendering entrepreneurial support for female entrepreneurs. We are going to go further to create a business development advisory unit to really, so again, it's okay that you got the funding to get your business going, but how do we grow your business to the next level? And that is the type of support we want to give to our female entrepreneurs in particular moving forward, because again, we want our women to really be that dominant force, giving them the skills and the training and the support. And Sharon, I think that's the key part, giving our women the support, because far too often we take it for granted that, well, women, they can handle the stories, but you see that support, Sharon, and we're willing to give that. So I'm really looking forward to heading out there with our female candidates or our woman political leader and getting the job done for the people of Tobago.
So, what advice would you give to voters in making their choice on December 6th?
I say vote wisely.
That is in the perspective as the public relations officer. Eh? Come on.
I want to go deeper than that, Sharon, because I like to tell people, yes, I'm a PNM, but I'm a Tobagonian first, and a proud Tobagonian.
Yes.
And as a proud Tobagonian, I want to speak to all of your Tobagonian listeners, and those in Trinidad too. Let us be honest. We cannot afford a Tobago where Watson Duke and Farley Augustine are in charge. Their intent is not genuine. They do not mean well for the people of Tobago. We are coming out of a pandemic. Now is not the time to play and take chances. It's not monopoly. We have to go with steady, experienced hands. With PNM, we have made some of the mistakes, and I went to a place that I used to work a long time ago, Sharon, and I made a lot of mistakes while working there. And I came up with a saying at the point in time, when you make a mistake, you gain experience. With experience comes knowledge. With knowledge comes wisdom, the wisdom to never make that mistake again. And Sharon, we have made our mistakes. We have gained our experience. We have the wisdom and the knowledge. We know what road to walk down, and we are being very true and genuine to the people of Tobago. So we're not going out there and saying that we have done everything perfectly. Far from. We are owning our mistakes. We are going out there and we are ready to fix our mistakes. 9 brand new candidates straight from the communities that represent the interests, the desires, the very ethos, the existence of each community. And we are going out there on December 6th to represent people. This is not about being a secretary. This is about representing people. And if you're going to vote on December 6th, vote for representation. Vote for the person, the candidate that you know will best have your interest at heart. Vote for the party that feels the candidates that will see about your very needs. And vote for our future, our children, to protect them from a party that has demonstrated that they will break any contract, they will break any principle, that they will abandon any sort of morals. Because I tell you, Sharon, in a situation where we have a man charged, not accused, but charged, and you have a party that has embraced this man wholeheartedly. Again, everybody can aspire, but step aside and let us deal with, and you deal with your issues as we've seen in the PNM. We know on top of that, the man, we've seen what the audit has revealed. So let us not vote blindly. This is not a time for blind loyalty or a door like PNM. Vote for Tobago. Vote for the People's National Movement come December 6th.
So, Kwesi Devines, you have said so much, which is enough. And there's more to be said.
Lots more.
Lots more to be said. But you said, you gave us a mouthful this morning. Any right-thinking person listening, I think they would make up their mind and vote the People's National Movement this morning. Just before we go, we have about 4 or 5 more minutes to go. You notice I didn't open the lines because you were going so great. I didn't want to break the momentum. I don't know if you want me to take a couple calls before we go, or if you just want us to continue to educate the people.
Let's educate them. I've lots of time for calls, and I know you will deal with them.
Okay, great. The economic recovery for Tobago, what are the plans for that?
The plans are grounded in the principles again and we've started, Sharon, because what people don't recognize. So, for example, we're about to close on a CAF loan to really secure the coastal zone in Tobago. That didn't happen overnight, Sharon. That took years of planning, negotiations to get into place. We are in a position where we have identified the rejuvenation of the tourism sector, attracting more foreign direct investment. And we underpin that with a well-trained and educated people that are willing to roll up their sleeves and get the job done, particularly in the agricultural sector. Sharon, on top of that, the PNM has recognized, because it was a PNM policy in Tobago to get the business development unit going, that has really sparked a lot of entrepreneurial interest. But again, we have learned that that is not enough. So we are going to get this business advisory unit going. So tourism, married with foreign direct investment, we have that new gateway through the airport into Tobago. We are going to ensure that we have a well-trained and educated workforce that are willing to take the leap in entrepreneurship. We are going to hold their hands as they take that leap. And of course, we are going to be able to feed our people and feed all of the tourism sector as well. So all of these things are being put in place right now. So when this platform, we are laying the foundation as we speak. This is not a when we get into power thing I'm talking about here, Sharon. I'm speaking about this foundation being laid as we speak. We can now build on a very strong foundation to move out in this post-pandemic period.
Thank you very much, Kwesi. Well, it's 8:13 a.m. and we have just about 2 more minutes. In closing, so that means that you have to come back on with me again because we have more to talk about, and we'll open the lines to take calls so that people can get some answers. I want to really thank you guys for coming on this morning and giving Tobago all the information. And we have more to give, lots more of information to give. So I want to thank you guys for that. And we would speak, Kwesi, yourself and I, because we have plenty work to do and we have plenty votes to collect. So, yes, we do. Trinidad and Tobago, I want to thank the team headed by Tracy Davidson Celestine this morning, Mr. Kelvin Morris. Boy, all in here now. I seen trouble there, I'm sorry for the next candidate, trouble. So I want to thank Kelvin for coming on, and Kwesi, again, I want to thank you so much and your wealth of knowledge and information that you shared with us this morning. So Trinidad and Tobago, we didn't take any calls, but there was a reason for that. I wanted you to listen. So this is where we got to leave it for today with our interview, and we'll tell you when again, which is very soon. All right, so thank you very much, Kwesi. Any closing comments you want to give to Tobago? I didn't get the opportunity with Kelvin because the time went so quickly.
Yes. Time flies. I mean, I don't know what the weather is like in Trinidad, but of course it's raining here. I just want people to be safe. One of the things, Sharon, I just want to put, and I didn't speak to it before, but it's bothering me that I didn't say it, so I have to say it now. Tobago is a loving place, Sharon. And
I know.
And I grew up among people or families. I saw literally families where one was a PNM and one was a NAR, and there was still so much love. But Sharon, I'm worried, and my paws are raising now because there's a kind of atmosphere of hate that the PDP is brewing in Tobago. And I remember in the last motorcade in January, some people shouting out to me, we could do for you, we could kill all you, we'll get rid of. And I'm saying to myself, but that is not what the motorcade is about. I mean, I've been on motorcades before, and you throw talk and you laugh and even share a drink after. But now there is so much hate that is brewing. And it's because of the comments of both Farley and Watson that they are putting into the minds of their followers. And that hate is consuming their followers. And you see it, I'm sure if you go on to the comments on the stream, you will see some of the hate. Because, again, I don't mind you supporting your party, you're repping your party, but the hate is unnecessary. And sometimes even when our political leader speaks, or different people speak, the comments get so personal and nasty that I don't recognize that Tobagonian. And again, I don't want my son growing up in that place. And it's all well and good to have differing views. They could be on another side, wear a different color, but we don't have room for hate in Tobago. And I think this election, Sharon, really is about saving Tobago from that hate, from that hatred that is coming, because that hatred is destructive. And we have to save Tobago from that.
Thank you so much. Well said. All right, so Trinidad and Tobago, this is where we got to leave it. It's 8:17 a.m. Thank you very much, Kwesi, and give my regards to the entire team. Thank you very much.
So, Sharon, at this time, we have some ads to play. And
when we come back from the ads, can I do my other interview?
Well, that is
would we have time?
We should. So I'm going to sign us back in. So we'll
yes.
Right?
On so that we can get in the 8 or how many persons?
Well, I'm watching the time, and we should be able to, after the ads, we should be able to sign in with this one here and get everything
right.
Done.
Okay, excellent. So Trinidad and Tobago, that was our interview with the People's National Movement candidate Kelvin Morris for the electoral district of, it's new to me, eh? So sometimes I forget the electoral district. But I'll give it to you in a short while when we come back. I don't want to make any mistake. Let me see. I think I got it. Right. Yeah. Let me get it here now. So he is for the electoral district of Darrell Spring Wim. That was Kelvin Morris. And we just heard from the public relations officer of the People's National Movement in Tobago, Kwesi Devines, who's also the Secretary of Works and Infrastructure. So Trinidad and Tobago, we go to the break. We'll be back to Not Shift Dial. When we come back, we have Parang music for you.
Sleeping time. Sleeping time. Sleeping time. I was in the Lacoray when somebody shout mayhem. Somebody say better not today. The boss could take care of them. I tell you what to wear, how to comb and style your hair. If you make you change your clothes, don't like the Q-tips on your toes. And if he asks you where you've been, what time you go when you come in. Ladies, what we tell you, no one can. You know I'm a man. Can you have a manager? Them boys today, they only face like them. This is more for you. Can they say a man? That is your manager. Hold night all over you, keep it like a star. Can't run away. Get away. And if you say, you better break. Can't run away from that. Get away from that. And if you say, ladies, listen. It is. If you don't like all your friends, make us to talk to all of them. Say you can't go out tonight. And if a man say hi, he wants to fight. And if he does take up your phone, then that's like it's just not your own. Ladies, what we tell them, you know I'm a man. Can you have a manager? Them boys today, they only face like them. This is more for you. Can I say a man? That is your manager. Hold all night all over you, keep it like a star. Can't run away from that. Get away from that. And if you say, you better break. Can't run away from that. Get away from that. And if you say, you better break. It is everything there.
Simpsons Memorial Limited, number 63 Eastern Main Road, Laventille. Internationally accredited funeral directors and embalmers. A full-service funeral home serving families of Trinidad and Tobago and internationally since 1945. At Simpsons Memorial Limited, we serve with dignity in assisting families in honoring the memory of their loved ones. Our services include professional funeral and pre-planning, burials and cremation, custom-built and imported caskets, coffins and cremation trays, cemetery management, limousines, mourners cars, grief counseling, web streaming of funerals, fully air-conditioned chapel with live musical accompaniment, full global shipping and receiving of loved ones. We specialize in facial restorations. Call us anytime, day or night, at 623-8688. That number again is 623-8688. Simpsons Memorial Limited. Superior service, always with excellence.
Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282. Or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Trinidad and Tobago Mortgage Finance Company Limited wishes to advise customers making mortgage payments over the counter that the tellers at all our offices will be open daily from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. To make payments online, book appointments, request letters, statements, documents, and access other services, please visit our online customer service center at ttmf-mortgages.com. TTMF, from hair to home.
There's only one way to start your week right, and that's with Dr. Livette. Join him right here on your radio every Thursday morning at 9:10 a.m. for your dose of the health and wellness in a program that is sure to change your life. Popular for promoting Livette rather than diet, Dr. Livette has transformed a number of lives nationwide and is now live on the Street 919 FM every Thursday from 9:10 a.m. Tune in on Thursday and also learn about the U-Juice to build your immunities and promote overall great health. Dr. Livette on the Street 919 FM this and every Thursday from 9:10 a.m. It's time that you live. After all the talk during the week, don't switch off on the weekend and keep it on the street. It's classic soca and classic kaiso when you're liming with the live wire on Saturdays from 5 to 7 p.m. only on the Street 919 FM.
Welcome to CTS College. I am Lyndon Brown, the Program Manager of CTS College Private Primary and Private Secondary School. Are you looking for a school with a solid academic background, one which would help your child jumpstart their academic career? Look no further. Here at CTS College, we provide classes both full-time and part-time. These classes are also currently available online for all our students. We have a team of dedicated lecturers who is ready to assist and support our students in and outside of the classroom. That's not all. We also have recorded sessions, and these sessions are made available immediately after sessions so that students will be able to review these recordings for revision. At CTS College, we have affordable pricing as well as we have flexible payment plans to suit your budget. You need further assistance? Please follow the numbers or contact the numbers on your screen or call me directly at 753-2330 for further assistance. Thank you.
Welcome the Christmas holidays this year with quality and attractive furniture from Stylus Furniture Limited. 2 locations, 51 Rushwood Street, San Fernando, and 101 Crackness Village in Princestown. Select from a wide range of contemporary furniture to enhance your homes. Now open on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call today, 652-2542. Season's greetings to all our customers and friends from Stylus Furniture Limited. Stylus Furniture Limited. For this time in you.
The Huddle Room reopens in partnership with Maracas Bake and Shock on Monday, October 18th. That's right, seaside flavor is in Central. Bake and Shock, aloo pies, kingfish, shrimp, and a daily menu of lunchtime favorites like stew chicken, macaroni pie, curry chicken, pilau, and so much more. Follow The Huddle Room and taste Maracas on social media. Bake and Shock is served from 10 a.m. and lunches from 11 a.m. We'll see you and your taste buds on Monday. The Huddle Room and Maracas Bake and Shock, the best of both worlds.
Police, good day. Officer Best Price here. Johnny Q Auto Parts Division? Yes, sir. I'm here to investigate an assault on batteries. Excuse me, sir? Is it true? You have batteries selling for $488? Yes. Power Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries. So I could buy a battery for $488? Yes, sir. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed and distributed by Massey Automotive. Which part? Right here at Johnny Q Hardware and Auto Parts Division, 15 Arrowbita Avenue, Woodbrook. And our new Johnny Q Superstore, located at Lowlands Mall off Claude Highway in Tobago. You could call 60 Tools. All right. Thanks, boss. Nah, man. Ronnie, do you have $488 to lend, man?
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco, Sangre Grande, is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests. Sundays, Tuesdays, and Friday night, Sunday Ministry of Worship, Children Hour and the Word from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation from 9 p.m. and Friday night, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. all-night prayer for our nation. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org or on Facebook. Email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated at Church of the Firstborn Assembly, account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on.
What is Apex? It is the pinnacle of high-performance vision through a lens. It's clarity, no matter what angle you look at. It's comfort, no matter what you do all day, every day. And it's customized with every digital measurement your eyes require to see at their very best. Apex Digital Lenses by Value Optical, the ultimate lens design for your eyes. Value Optical, expert care for your eyes.
Hi, this is Nicole Huggins. Join me every Monday morning on the Street 919 FM from 9:05 a.m. to 9:55 a.m. Let's talk about lifestyle diseases that affects you today and how we can improve your health with healthy solutions. Call Health and Well Lifestyle with Nicole Huggins at 1-868-288-1108 or 1-868-275-8359. See you there.
The Street 91.9 FM brings you today's tips to improve your financial literacy. Improving your financial literacy is a never-ending endeavor that needs to be prioritized. As you work on improving your financial literacy, it's important to continue your momentum. Here are your tips. Implement the 72-hour rule. The 72-hour rule is a game changer when it comes to savings and focusing on value spending. Before making any sort of impulse purchase, pause and take 72 hours to think it through. After 72 hours, you will likely have forgotten about making this purchase entirely. Also, you've just saved yourself a few dollars, maybe even a few hundreds by doing so. Over time, this rule can be the difference of thousands of dollars and can help you shift your spending habits to focusing on things that bring you value and align with your financial plan. That was your financial tip brought to you by the Street 91.9 FM.
This is the Street 919 FM COVID-19 updates. In case you missed it, the latest COVID positive cases in TNT as of October 26, 2021 stands at new positive cases 215, total active cases 4,799, total recovered patients 49,616. Total positive cases for COVID-19 as of March 2020 to present, 56,013. Follow the Ministry of Health COVID-19 protocols. Wear your mask, sanitize, social distance, and avoid gatherings. A message from the Street 919 FM.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
So welcome back on the Inside, Sharon.
Yep, I'm here.
Nice. So, as the people say, the ball in your cart.
All right, so Trinidad and Tobago, what a morning. Wow. Tobago, you're getting ready for elections on the 6th of December. in the heart of Christmas. All right, so guys, it's 8:33 a.m. and we're supposed to do another interview with a young man or young men, with a couple of people. What's the name of the rhythm again, Bruce?
Love Up.
Was it Love Up?
Love Up.
Rub Up or Love Up?
Love Up.
Oh, Love Up, the Love Up rhythm.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for them to join us. I'm hoping that they do it quickly so we can do as much as possible.
Yeah.
For Trinidad and Tobago. So to all our chatters on the Facebook and on YouTube, I want to thank you guys so much for... Hey, Zando, you jump on, boy. Morning to you. I want to thank you so much. Felix Hospitalis, good morning to you, my dear, for, gracing us this morning. And, I see some comments on the Facebook. Oh, gosh, boy.
Remember, I just couldn't go to deal with them, so I was concentrating on the timing and everything this morning.
No, I don't want you to leave it.
Leave it?
But I just, and that's to end up the thing when Kwesi talked about the hate.
Yeah.
You were reading the comments, boy. Come on, people, we could do better than that. Jeez. So Trinidad and Tobago, well, we're waiting in the meantime.
I see somebody.
Somebody?
Here. Yeah, so let me admit them one time.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we're waiting patiently. Let me say to all our viewers and all our callers and inside, outside of Trinidad and Tobago, all our foreign listeners and viewers and callers, I say good morning to you. It's Wednesday morning. Today is the 20th. Imagine that, October is almost finished. I'll never remind people, remember the money. All you remember, we have a timeline to carry our old money. Don't forget the $20, the $5, the $1. Yes, $10, remember? Don't forget that, Don't do like some people who kept money, hid it away, and now they find the envelope with $1,000, $3,000, $4,000. You can't change it. So go get to the bank and change to get your new money. I'm seeing two persons on.
Yes, I only seen one of them though.
I'm seeing two persons. Well,
yeah.
All right. So I'm waiting for Nari. I wonder if Nari here. No.
Have another inside.
All right. How many we have? Two. All right, okay, so we have Roxy Singh, we have 3. So probably we could start talking to them in the meantime.
Yeah.
You guys, you hearing us?
Yes, we hearing you. Very well.
Right, so good morning to you.
Del Toro, put on your camera now.
Yeah.
Del Toro, put on
guys,
your
y'all
camera
can put on your cameras, we want to see your face. You're live on... on YouTube, and you're live on Facebook also. And of course, you can tell your people share the live. Yeah? So the first person I'm talking to here, can you tell me? Right, nice. Roxy, a senior, good. So let me take the ladies first. Yeah? So let me say good morning to all of you. Good morning, Roxy. How are you doing?
Good morning to you. I'm all right.
Right. So let me take you one time so that we don't run out of time. So the rhythm, how many are you all on the rhythm?
Yeah. We have Del Toro. We have Gary Jack. We have Jivon, Daddy Chinese, and myself. I was going to put yourself last, sorry. We have young Aditya Sipasad, Promising Future.
I see Gary Jackson logging in. And is this Bizram?
Okay, I'm Del Toro.
You're Del Toro. Del Toro, but you get fat like me. Oh, you eat.
I'm zooming this.
I am the Cody man at all.
Del Toro again.
And my sexy partner on top of the best. He's sexy too. You're Javon.
Yes.
Excellent. Gary Jackson, good morning.
Good morning, Sharon.
How you doing?
I am fine. I can make the best of the weather here.
Well, boy, you know, we didn't cats and dog.
Not only cats and dogs, I see a cow come down here.
So, guys, only tell me about the rhythm because, you know, let me just apologize. We had a little late start to the first interview, so, you know. So tell me about the rhythm, how many are you all on the rhythm, and so on. Who going first? And then we want to play it and give you a little thing, quick.
Well, this rhythm was produced by Rishi Gayadin out of the RG band, RG Productions. Big up Fernando, big up Rishi Gayadin, very humble soul. And the name of the rhythm is the Love Up Rhythm.
Love Up Rhythm. Mm-hmm. You know, long Bruce. Yeah, Bruce, how you know I looking for this rhythm all over the place? You think it's off? I see in Daddy Chinese. Welcome, Daddy Chinese. Morning to you.
Morning.
Good morning.
Aditya. Right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excellent. All right. So who wants to go? Who's going first?
I can go first. Rocky, you want to go first? Ladies first as usual.
Daddy Chinese morning.
I would have suggested Aditya as he's in class.
Okay, good.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Nice.
Aditya, fine. That's perfect, yeah.
So, Aditya, good morning to you.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good.
But I hear you all think you're mashing up the place. You mashing up the place. How are you balancing your schoolwork and your hit? Because it's a hit, you know.
Well, when I'm not doing my schoolwork and revising, I do my work, so it's on a balance scheme.
Nice, excellent. Well, guys, we're hitting and running, you know. So, Bruce, you have a Aditya on?
That's right.
Let me get it. Run the track. Daddy Chinese, I ain't hear you tell me nothing. Unmute your mic, man. Where's that one? Unmute your mic.
Yeah, it's hello.
Yes, Aya. How you doing?
Morning, darling. I good. Thanks for having us.
Not a problem.
And as you know, you love our program, so we share love.
I know, I see that. Only gave me plenty. So let's take Aditya and so he can go back to his class. It's 8:41.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's go, Bruce.
Uncle Rashad, I'm going there. Uncle China, I'm going there. It's Christmas time again. I'm going there. It's Christmas. I'm going there. I'm going there. I'm going there. And I did it. Mommy, Daddy, I know that things of this year I see. Don't worry, don't fear. Grandma and Grandpa got the things.
Aditya, you're getting on. I love it. Kiana, who created this rhythm?
Uncle Rishi.
Uncle Rishi?
Yeah.
Nice, man. I'm loving it. So I'm going to take the lady now. Roxy. Bruce, set me Roxy there. One time.
Love, love, love. I want love, love, love. I want love, love, love. I want love, love, love. Yeah. I walking about time, no time to life, but Christmas is coming. Yeah. And when the Christmas come, the walk can't wrong, the clock can go away. This Christmas is you and me. Children come by the family. A man's cake will take already. Baby, come and sit close to me. Punch out cream and homemade wine. Put the phone on hold one time. Nothing's up in this Christmas line. No, no, no. Love, love, love this Christmas. Come by the family. Love, love this Christmas. I want love, love, love this Christmas. Give me love, love. Love this Christmas. Yeah. Roxy singing Daddy Chinese. RG.
When the night time come, we gon' have some fun, keep the fire burning. Everything you do looks so good on you, man, you got me yearning. Yeah. We gotta cherish the extra time, not feeling to go online. I just want to stay home with you, forget paranging with you. Baby, just you and me, cuddling by the Christmas tree. Come a little closer, the mistletoe right over me, hey, yeah. It's love that we got to spray, yeah. I want to show us how much I care, yeah. Baby, all that we got is love, love, yeah. Come a little closer.
Yes, Trinidad and Tobago, sweet voice, Roxy. Come, Bruce, hit me in. I no time to miss you this morning. Run the tracks, just run the tracks. This is the, what you call it, the love up rhythm? Yeah, I wish I was close to it for just get a squeeze from everybody. This pandemic, have we, oh God. Eh? I'm telling you. Let me go, Bruce.
When you see me from the back and we ready to execute the plan, yeah, we moving, hey, we rolling. Come on. When the barrels start to jam, just go inside and bring out the ham, go we lining. Yeah, we eating. Hey, come on. We going and jam a two song. Hey, we ain't come here to stay too long. Bring out Sorrel and Gingerbread so we could get out of here. Jam the barrel, we so can barrel. Let's jam the barrel, we so can barrel tonight. Jam the barrel. Good morning. We so can barrel. Let's jam the barrel, we so can barrel all night. Hey, barrel you want it, if barrel you go got it. Oh yeah, oh hey. When you see we barreling, it's out the house that we going, we jamming, yeah, till morning. Look we. Watch your Romain rock shaking, and we don't care what we singing. We drinking, so just bring thing. Hey. Well, we don't want no money. Bring it to full we belly. We going night and day, so just play out that we way. Jam the barrel, we so got barrel. Just jam the barrel.
Well, guys, the chat is only dance and more dance going on Facebook. Everybody who went break dancing, they jumping up. Well, no, man. I'm loving it. Did I hear my partner with all the nice sexy arms outside? I heard his own.
No, we're going to his own now.
We're going to his own now.
G4.
And we heard Gary on already.
No, and we're going to Gary after.
Right. So guys, here, what to do? Mute your end, because I get a little feedback. So mute,
okay,
so we could get the music flush and songing great. Let me go, Bruce.
Bring the bottle, bring the spoon, bring the yellow, we knock some tune. Bring the bottle, bring the spoon, bring the yellow, we knock some tune. Hey. families waiting till they overlook the thing. Now Christmas time is here, all are we in the gear. Yes, we come in for sure, never open up the door. And I tell you, it's we time again. Look for your family and them, it's we time again. Yeah, my friends, we time again. Look for my family and them, it's we time again. Yeah, gonna cause us with my friends, it's we time again. We time again. Look all my family and them, time. Merry Christmas, everybody. We have what we drinking. No stop, just fast eating. I ready, no sleeping. They got any barracking. When the barrack man play, sweet time to break away. As I hear the quattro man, that just jump and raise your hand. And I tell you, it's we time again. Look for your family and them, it's we time again. Yeah, look at that with my friend, it's we time again. Look for my family and them, it's we time again. Yeah, look at that with my friend. Hey, fellas, come, now we make a rhythm. Hey.
You ready for Gary?
Okay. Of course, hit my Gary. We have a couple minutes. Hit my Gary.
When this is your boy Gary,
Daddy Chinese.
Yes, Daddy Chinese. Yes, Daddy Chinese was with Roxy.
Hear my story.
All right. Oh yes. That was the one before Roxy, right?
Yeah, we were spreading the real love for the Christmas. Real love. We can't do that alone.
So let me hear Gary.
And if you thought COVID lockdown was bad, hear my story. I get locked down. And Christmas lockdown. Yes, I get locked down. And Christmas lockdown. Well, boy, it is Christmas time, and you know I love me line. But like I eat some bad food, and I tell you no, I ain't feeling good. Toilet Tony calling me, it's chaos in my belly. When I thought I jumping out to have fun, it's running, start to run. It's lockdown. Lord, my belly walking me. It's lockdown. Went up about 10 times already. It's lockdown. Want to cry all my eye red. It's lockdown. Tell myself I'm going and then lockdown. And Christmas lockdown. Yes, I get lockdown. And Christmas lockdown. Boy, lockdown. And Christmas lockdown. Yes, I get lockdown. And Christmas lockdown. Yeah, man. Walk out cause I get that ease, but in no time I had to squeeze. My belly want to erupt. It's 5 hours now and it wouldn't like stop. I'm upside down, but walking like I'm squeezing tight. I head back cause things are right. Barely sit down on the seat and it's been again. It's lockdown. Grimacing, I want to shout. It's lockdown. Like the whole Dutch will come out. It's lockdown.
Bruce,
Sharon,
I tell you what all you're doing to me this morning. All the time I'm going real good, you know. All you start to make me feel to go and pull out the ham, push it in the oven, start to make bacchanal to beat up the ingredients to make the cake. And you know when you're done with the thing to add the ingredients and you're going and put it in the pan, there is a big fight for the butter. We made it. Big fight for spoon, fight for the bowl, you name it. Painting, a little punch of cream, sorrel, only making me feel a feeling, you know.
Yeah, definitely. It's a great rhythm. We know when you're doing that, Sharon. Just let we know when you're doing that, we'll be there with you.
Yeah. You will be not a beating cake to beat it out.
That's where you see you both of us had to talk, eh? We had to make some Aragua and Savannah, you and I.
No problem. I do it right in Saudi, don't worry.
You live it right in Saudi.
Wait for it right now. I got nothing. So
guys, I must say I love the rhythm. And I want to really congratulate you guys, especially for having our youngster on. Oh God, the voice sweet, eh?
Yeah,
boy. The boy.
Very good song.
Yes. I love the rhythm. Yeah. And to all of you and to my Gosh and Roxy boy. The voice sweet, eh?
It's only sweetness, though.
Only sweetness and love up.
Rhythm and bass trilogy.
Yes. Okay, great. All right, so guys, I want to thank you all for coming on to share because Bruce, when I sent it for him here, how you know I'm looking for this rhythm all over the place? I said, but they didn't ask me. Yeah. So I sent it for him, So I want to thank you guys for taking the opportunity and of course for holding on for us. Thank you so much,
Thank you for having us.
Don't be a stranger.
Always and one thing with the Love Pop Rhythm, you can find it on all platforms. Right now it's available on all streaming platforms. Everybody out there can go stream it, love it, like it, request it on this channel. So Love Pop Rhythm, that's what we need right now. You see right now everything that we're going through. Yeah, the love, spread the love.
Spread the love.
Yeah, man.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right. Be good. All right, so Trinidad and Tobago, that was the Love Up Rhythm. I'm loving it too bad. Bruce, we ending with that, eh?
Yes.
Ending with that. It's 8:54. Guys, the word for today is soar. I rise above limitation and soar to new heights. I watch a hawk ride the turmoils. Its wings spread wide and floating with ease on the air currents. As it soars across the sky, I admire the majestic expression of its divine nature. I too have the power to soar as I live from my divine nature. I feel my inner power. I spread my spiritual wings and ascend to new heights of confidence and self-worth. I have the innate ability to do what I need to do when I need to do it. Bolstered by my inner wisdom and power, I rise above thoughts of limitation. I greet change with grace. I face any challenge with faith and calmness. I accomplish my goals buoyed by my spiritual identity. Anytime I need a reminder of my spiritual strength and capacities, I recall the hawk and remember I have the power to soar to new perspectives. If I ascend to heaven, you are there. Psalms 139:8. Trinidad and Tobago, this is where we leave it for today. Talk to you on Friday morning, please God.
Yes.
Tomorrow is Dominic 3rd. Google is up next. And look out for the petition. I'm sharing it. And if you didn't get it, ask Faith, sign it.
Yes.
We're gone. Ciao.
Christmas is love. We shall bring the love. Bring the love. Last Christmas we didn't know what to do. It was like I one-sided shoe, but then I get up and I realize and open my eyes. You see man plan and God does love. Yeah. So this Christmas on your behalf. Yeah. It's only love, a handful of love, a teaspoon of love, a pot full of love, a bucket of love, a bottle of love, cup full of love. Oh, Christmas is love, a basket of love, a hamper of love, a bag full of love, a tin of love, a crate of.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Simpsons Memorial Limited, number 63 Eastern Main Road, Laventille. Internationally accredited funeral directors and embalmers. A full-service funeral home serving families of Trinidad and Tobago and internationally since 1945. At Simpsons Memorial Limited, we serve with dignity in assisting families in honoring the memory of their loved ones. Our services include professional funeral and pre-planning, burials and cremation, custom-built and imported caskets, coffins and cremation trays, cemetery management, limousines, mourners cars, grief counseling, web streaming of funerals, fully air-conditioned chapel with live musical accompaniment, full global shipping and receiving of loved ones. We specialize in facial restorations. Call us anytime, day or night, at 623-8688. That number